makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 31, then on Wednesday, sunshine with a high of 57. The music is still the hottest at Crooner's Supper Club in Fridley. Crooner's is located just north of I-694 off Highway 65 and Moore Lake Drive. View their upcoming music schedules and food menus at croonersloungemn.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us on this Tuesday evening as we are making our way through the week. Thank you for taking the time and hanging out with us tonight. Once again, it was great to have some spring weather today. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And, as Patrick says in the weather, that there's more to come. So definitely very cool. Now, tonight, we are going to be speaking with, quite frankly, a media maven, because I think just tonight, if I'm not mistaken, Deb, you have been on television, you've done your own Facebook Live, and now you're doing radio. I mean, honestly, yeah. I'm bringing you all tonight. Psychic medium, refined divine. Deb is with us tonight, and you're kind of cornering the market on just every media type in one day. It's pretty incredible, really.
Yeah, well, we want the word to get out there, and how better way to do it than to incorporate all the different media platforms
in one night.
That's right.
Literally in one night. It's pretty incredible. I mean, that's great. Well done. First of all, I'm gonna be very clear. We are not doing any readings tonight, okay? I'm just going to be, so if you put one in the comments or something, don't be offended that I'm not going to share it with Deb. Tonight's not the night for it. She will be back next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, and we're going to do one question readings then. Tonight, we try to bring Deb back at least once a month, and so that she could share some of her experiences that she has had through her lifetime, and basically what is it that helped her be her. And so tonight, and because we talk about this, that in March we have National Alien Abduction Day on March 20th, we thought, well, maybe Deb would like to talk about some of her alien experiences and talk about the stuff that has happened at some of her retreats. And Deb, you said yes, and I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, well, the incredible part about this, Greg, is that we actually have footage. We have videos and we have pictures. We often take pictures and videos when we do our drumming circles. We do seances to bring good energy in and to just allow things to come in as they're supposed to. And we've seen things like Bigfoot, we've seen aliens, we've seen energies that we cannot describe. Spirits show up that are not an attendee or in human form, and we actually catch it in pictures. And so we're so excited to have a platform to share these on, because I mean, it's not just something that you post on Facebook, right? Like
Well,
it's
no, and that's just it, because one of the things, and folks, we're going to show some pictures tonight. So if you're listening on the radio, first of all, thank you. But we'd like to ask if you want to see some of these pictures and see what Deb is talking about when we go to them. Go over to GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on Facebook. We're streaming, or go over to Get Haunted. We're streaming there as well, and you can see what we're talking about. And I suppose the main takeaway here, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're getting a retreat together, people all in the kind of the same mind, trying to build energy, trying to create energy there. I suppose you don't even have to ask them to show up, aliens or Bigfoot, for them to do so.
No, they just show up, and that's the honest to God truth. Literally, the energy just comes as soon as we start drumming. And so, me being a physical medium, my body and body spirit, and so my energy amplifies all the beacons there, right? Because everybody is a part of the whole of
Mhm.
the universe, and so it lights up all the beacons and all of us in musical synchronicities, right? All of us drumming together and rattling together, and all the different instruments brings that energy up to such a high frequency that literally the beam is just incredible. And so all things from all dimensions have shown up in our pictures. And tonight we're just going to be showing just one single retreat. And so we have so many retreats that we've done over the last 5 years. It's just incredible. About one a month, if not two a month. So we have a lot to share. So this is just one retreat where we're going to show you things that showed up.
Do you think the beat of the drum, also the way that and the beat that you choose to drum, that also helps guide, especially like a forest friend or something like that, a forest person, to your retreat as well, to where you all are at?
Yeah, because I'm the soul drum, or I pick somebody to stem from me. So we have two soul drums that go. And so when we start that, it's always drummed from our heart and from our soul. And so literally, it's like playing embodiment with your music through your body. And so when we're hitting that drum, it's just not clanging around. Like literally, we're using that energy and we're calling with our voices, and we're using our whole energetic body to get that exchange going, because the energy that we put out into the universe, energy comes back, and we want that energy to be purity and love and light, and making sure that that energy is very high frequency in love, so that way anything that comes in is going to be of the light.
That's incredible. Now, I don't know which direction you want to go with this. Do you want to show anything first? Do we want to keep that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. And because I think what we do, we could take a look at stuff, and then I want to ask about like just general feeling of energy at that time, and talk about that. And if anyone has any questions, put it into the comments. And once again, not questions for readings, but questions about the topic tonight.
Yeah.
Deb will be here a week from tomorrow for one question readings as well. So
Yeah.
why don't we start then with this then? And
Sure. So
should we
this
go
is
full screen? Hold on. I'm sorry, Deb. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's okay. Yeah. So this is a screenshot of everybody that was there that day. And so this was the morning of that day with the ceremony with the drumming. And as you can see, everybody's happy, fully clothed, fully embodied humans.
Well, fully
And
clothed. I should be going to these retreats, I'm starting to think.
well, the pictures you'll see that like in the one you can clearly see the Bigfoot has no clothes on. There's no clothes on the arms or the leg or the body of the image that you're seeing. And so here you can see that everybody has clothes on. And so that was just kind of a little joke.
Now,
Dave's in the back left there with his back to us.
well, because that's what Dave does. Now, just to be clear, nobody in this picture are aliens. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Correct. Well, maybe me, but besides
Uh,
me.
well, a hybrid, right? A star
Right.
child of sorts. Yeah. All
Right.
right. So, okay, this is before when everyone is happy and ready to go.
Yep.
So should I move on to the next one here?
Yep. Go for it.
All right.
Okay, so here we have a picture of a spirit, and this isn't alien, but I want to share this because it's such a strong embodiment of my friend that had passed. His name was Jacob, and his daughter was at one of my retreats. It was her first retreat she'd ever attended, and he showed up very strongly in the back, in the presence there. And as you saw, there is no man that looks like that was at the retreat. And I can show you a picture of Jacob, and it looks identical to what he looked like when he was alive. Ben passed away for about 5 years before we saw this picture on this night.
So okay, and so when we were kind of in a rush when we were getting ready for this because we were coming up against the clock here. That's what I was confused about. So this gentleman that looks very pretty much full embodied, this is in fact a spirit.
This is spirit. This is somebody who has passed over on the other side. He is
Wow.
dead.
That's an incredible photo.
Yep, that and Dave, if Dave is behind us, we'll have him send you a picture of what Jacob looks like. Go ahead and look up Jacob Hallam and you can send her the picture of what he looks like, Dave. So that way we can post that here in just a minute. So you can see what he looked like in true form when he was living. Identical. I
Yeah.
mean, just wow. And
Yeah.
so when we saw this, it was a great tribute to his daughter. And she really did just feel so comforted and at peace to see that her father was there overwatching her first retreat with us.
How did she react when she saw this?
She started crying.
Yeah. I mean, she did.
Yeah.
Did you just show it to her without even saying like, "Hey, look who we caught"? I mean, just like she
Oh
was.
no, I ran straight to her and showed her like the second that I found it. Yeah, I was like, you have to see this.
That's incredible. My
And she knew
goodness.
right away that that was her dad. She knew. Yeah.
Wow. That's something. All right. Next picture here. Yeah.
And so in this picture here, you can clearly see that if you zoom in, you can clearly see that this is alien. The picture, the eyes are separated and not human. It's wearing like something on its head. The
Yeah.
face is very distorted. You can see that it's not human at all. So this is alien.
It almost looks like it's wearing a hoodie of sorts with eyes on top of the hood.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it's
very.
not, but it's very strange looking.
It's trying to what we got from this was it was trying to fit in. It was trying to fit in.
Um,
And so not in any way, shape, or form was this evil or had any bad energy at
no.
all. I mean, it looks a little creepy, but no really bad stuff except for we do believe that this was the one that was knocking on all that doors that night. Everybody got their doors knocked on that night.
Was it? Do you think it was something where it was just kind of so happy to be there that it
Trixie.
just kind of, yeah, it just kind of just wanted to
Yeah,
get
just kind of
involved?
like this Trixie energy. It was like this getting involved, let's be fun, haha, we're here kind of energy. I find that aliens have a really easy time making loud sounds more than what spirit realm does. It's very easy for a alien to make that sound because they're actually physical on this earth, where
Yeah,
spirits, it takes a lot of energy to make a sound or a crash.
got it.
And
All
so
right.
something that's going around just randomly knocking is definitely alien.
Absolutely. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really neat. And first of all, for those who are looking at this and they're like, why are all these pictures always blurry? Well, first of all, it's at night. Second of all, my guess is you zoomed in on this because no one was expecting to see an alien right there.
Correct. So these are pictures that are just of a drumming circle. And so we have somebody standing up on top of a chair consistently just clicking pictures. And we probably have 2 to 3,000 pictures that are taken from the beginning of a drumming circle to the end of it. And so then I go through them and blow them up and look for all the different things that are showing up and coming through during those drumming circles. And so the reason why they look like this, one, because because an alien is never going to present itself. Have you ever looked at any footage? It's never clear.
Yeah.
It's always, and because the energy is different than our energy, so it's always going to be like a shifted energy. Anytime we've ever caught picture of even Bigfoot, like we're going to show here, it's blurred because they're in a multi-dimensional verse, and so they're coming through that multi-dimensional wall when they're coming into our earth realm.
And it's also been my experience with both Bigfoot and aliens when I've gone to meet with them, that if you have the intention of capturing footage of them, they will not show up.
Correct. And so we don't ever have intention of capturing anything.
Yeah.
So literally I make sure whoever's taking the pictures, if I'm taking the pictures or if somebody's doing it for me, they're just supposed to be taking pictures of the circle itself. And that's exactly what this is. But we zoomed in so that you could see this.
Okay, perfect. Okay, should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. So here we are.
Here we are. This is Jamie. She's a paranormal investigator. She used to come to every single one of our retreats. We were very close with her for a long time. She also works with aliens. And so this green energy coming out the top of her head is not a hat. And often when we're working with aliens, we'll get this green energy that seems to fly around in the trees or around certain people.
Yeah.
It seems to pick people too.
And so if you're looking at the picture, you're going to see almost looks like a cone coming out of the top of her head. And then there's a break. And then there's more just above that, a little bit to her left. Yeah, that's, and that's, do you know if it's communicating with her in that picture?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what's happening. And so Jamie actually said that she had heard them speaking to her and talking about what they were trying to communicate that night. And I can't recall, but I remember the communication taking place.
Yeah, Annette says in the comments above the hat, it looks like eyes. I mean, absolutely. There's a lot of things going on, and probably for a lot of people. And I can't zoom in the picture of where I'm at right now, unfortunately, because I'm just going off Facebook here. But that is more what, because I'm looking at it on StreamYard, and it is a lot smaller. It's harder to see. I don't think I can zoom in per se, but that was kind of what I was talking about, where you have the hat, what looks like a cone hat, and then it kind of separates, and then above that there is more to it. And yeah, I could see why you think it looks like eyes, but it's not.
No, it's not. It's just green energy. We call it green alien energy is what we've called it.
Sure.
Because it always shows up during our drumming circles, like I said, in the trees and around different people. And you can actually see it with the physical eye when you're there.
See, that's
it's not just
cool.
in pictures.
No, that is really cool. I like that a lot. Deb, this is what I want to do, because we need to give ourselves a break here. We need to get to hearing your commercial. So let's do this. Let's take a break. When we come back, we have more pictures that Deb is going to go through. We're going to take our time, look at these. These are really cool. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
What you wear is important. It should be fun, creative, and expressive of your own personality. At Grady Gear Company, we believe that clothing is more than just fabric and threads. It's a form of self-expression and a way to stand out from the crowd. Grady Gear is more than just a clothing brand. We're a community. We're here to inspire and motivate you to embrace your true self. We are a locally owned small business who do custom clothing orders too. Find us at GradyGearCompany.com.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And speaking of Refined Divine Deb, we have her with us tonight. Deb, where are you going to be this weekend?
We are going to be in Superior. We're going to be at the Yellow Jacket University up there. I love Superior's energy. I can't wait. And then on Sunday, we head on down to Eau Claire, and we're doing another show the day after.
My goodness, always busy, but I'm happy, and it sounds like things are going well. You and I briefly spoke last weekend. Sounded like it went fantastic, and I was really happy to hear that.
The gallery was brimming. We had standing room only. So people are really starting to really feel the channeling abilities that come through me, Greg. And it's amazing because we are touching so many lives on a daily basis now. It's just becoming awifying, even to us that are living it.
Well, and thankfully, because you do help so many people, and I always say at this point, make sure you go out to their website, Refined Divine Psychic Medium. Sorry, let me try it again because that's wrong. RefinedDivinePsychic.com. And there you're going to find out how to get readings from Deb, as well as the retreats where you might see aliens and Bigfoot. We're just no guarantee, but just going to say it, as well as classes and everything else. Also, if you're on Facebook, definitely check out Refined Divine Psychic Medium on Facebook. Go there, like it, interact. Lots of great information that is there all the time. And I would just like to say, if you're watching this on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on Facebook, please, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. And that I'd just like to ask if some of you could do that. I would greatly appreciate it. Tonight, though, we are talking about Deb's experiences with aliens. And so far, some really, really great information, some great photos. I know that we are talking about aliens and stuff, but that photo of your friend who had passed, that's just amazing. I mean, it's so clear. It's so clear. You could tell what he's wearing, what he looks like. I mean, all that is incredible. Just absolutely incredible.
And Dave actually sent you a picture of him in the living also, Greg. So when you get time, you could pull that up.
Let me go there right now. Y'all sent me like 5,000 photos. So, that's just kind of how it works. I mean, I thought Dave had the night off and he's just sending me stuff all night. My goodness. So here's Dave. No, this isn't Dave. Sorry. This is
Jacob. This is Jake.
Jacob.
Yeah.
So real fast. Now, don't look, folks, because I'm going to scroll back to get. Maybe I can do it this way. There you go.
There he is.
There you go. Look at that. Oh, another picture. Oh, look at that. Okay. So look at that. And then the person circled has passed when this picture was taken. I mean, that's incredible.
Zoom in. If you have a telephone, you literally can put your fingers and go like this and zoom, and you'll see the incredibleness. It is identical.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely, because that's one of the main things that you can see on that picture is the facial hair.
Yes. and the
And that
shape of the
is,
face. And that's
yeah.
how he always used to stand with his head back.
Well, and it kind of, I mean, if you look at this one, it's, well, I mean, he's watching a movie, I guess, but it's
But
at his
that's how
back.
he would stand too.
Yeah. Yeah. And once again, folks, this is worth repeating over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. Absolutely. He did have glasses. Yes, Annette, he did have glasses. So that is super cool. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, by sharing it, of course, you're keeping his memory alive as well.
Oh, he's active in our life daily. He's one of the loudest spirits. Him and I and one other person started our spiritual journeys very early in our life at 17 years old. I and Jake both were reading the book Conversation with God. And so we embarked our life on a spiritual journey for the next 20 years. And then he suffered from brain cancer for 7 long years and then passed. And
Yeah,
I had a hand in helping him and with his passing and taking care of him until that day came.
that's that's not easy. That's yeah. So folks, once again, if you're listening on the radio, please consider going over, even after the show. The video is up for forever. Go over to GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on Facebook, or MN GhostBox Official on YouTube. Watch tonight's episode and see the pictures. You got to see these. These are incredible. All right, where did we leave off? We left off. Nope. Yeah, we left off here.
Yeah, it's off there. Yep.
So we talked about this. We talked about that this is actually alien energy speaking with this person, communicating with her. We might have talked about this last break, and I apologize. It didn't stick with me. Did she say what they were communicating with her about?
I don't remember. It was very in depth and very detailed. And so this is Jamie and Jamie Hauk, and she does readings, but she communicates with alien realms and actually does readings with alien realms and the in-between world. And so she's very what's the word? Like she channels things that I can't.
Right.
Like we hear things, but not like she does. She hears other languages and all kinds of things. When it comes to aliens, she actually hears another language, and so I can't really retain all that in my memory.
No, I mean, but we all do different things, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and I'm not saying it's not real. It's
no.
very real, but it's just not what I do.
Like, for example, Dave just sits in an easy recliner behind you.
Yeah, he's right here. Everybody wants to see Dave. There's Dave. Say hi, Dave.
Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this right. Okay, there's Dave.
There
Okay.
he is.
Doing a whole lot of nutting. Let me just say that he's doing a whole lot of nutting right now over at Cranberry Lodge. So,
Dave, did you send stars? If you're back there on Facebook, you better be sending stars to Greg. Everybody else,
Dave.
please do the same. My followers, it's only a couple cents for those stars. It does a great deal for Greg. It actually puts it back in the algorithm, and that way more people can find his show. And so it's a huge support. It's only a couple cents for like 3 stars to send it. So it is like, it's huge. It puts us back on the algorithm and other people can find us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it very much. Very kind of you. Okay, so let's kind of get back to what we're looking at here, because we haven't even moved on yet. Let's do this, and let's take a look here. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so here in the back, behind Jamie, because we already talked about who Jamie was, you can see her with the drum. Just to the right, there is alien energy holding a huge red bag. And in that energy, if you look, that's the same kind of face that we saw in
Yes.
in the other picture. The hollow eyes, they're misplaced. And then there's like this energy that seems to be coming out of nowhere with this hand. And so, Greg, I actually sent you a picture that shows, I just screenshotted it so you could see it. I believe people need to see this like up and close and personal.
Do I have it up? Do I have it up right?
I just sent it to you. I sent you the screenshot of it up and close so people could see the hollow eyes. I just sent it to you. So people can actually see the hollow eyes in very alien form.
Yeah, that's what's up right now, and yeah, that's it is like you said, it's not so much like scary or anything. It's just unknown. It's
It's
the
just unknown.
unknown.
So it's it's very foreign to us. And so when we see something like that, we're like, ah, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we don't know what it is and we don't see it every day. But if it was something walking around every day that we saw, then it would just become a part of our norm, right? And so it just is that it's just on the other side of those dimensional walls that are so thin. And when we create the frequency level for them to come through, they do. And they'll show themselves. As you can see, like I said, this is just one retreat. This is just one retreat. And we have thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures of a lot of different forms and things that have come through during the drumming circles.
And once again, folks, as Deb said earlier, with your phone, just pinch your
Screen.
fingers to the screen to make. I'm glad that someone knows what I'm trying to talk about, because
yeah, you just
work.
put your fingers on the screen and pull it apart, and it's going to zoom in on that face so you can get a real picture of what that is. This is going to be Greg's favorite here.
Yeah.
So you can very clearly see big hairy arms and legs coming out of the back of this.
Yeah, there's right behind her. It's like you could really see the knee, like the bend in the knee.
Yep.
Yeah.
And very hairy and no clothes. And that was the joke at the beginning when we said everybody's clothed.
Everybody's clothed.
This person, this Bigfoot is not clothed. Like there's no clothes on it, and it is very much hair. And we've zoomed in, and we do the zooming in, and we darken it, we lighten it, we look at it in different filters to see if there might be something in there. We like to do the dissecting to see what they look like, because it's very interesting that they even hide their faces. We've never yet encountered anything that likes to show its face when it's like Bigfoot or something that is anything like that. Aliens, they have no problem with it. They'll show their faces.
So you haven't seen the eye shine then at your retreats?
The eye shine where it's just their eyes.
Yeah, like because that seems to be something that just happens. I don't I don't know enough to say whether they have control or not. Yeah,
I mean a full face.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen their full hairy face, like in a picture. We've never caught it.
Got it. Yeah. That's
we catch arms and limbs, but never any faces.
That's pretty cool. All right, and then
all I can think of is Adam is going to be so sad that he didn't get to see this one. He's going to love the rewatch on this.
No, that's his problem, right? Annette asked the question: Is there a smell? Have you run into an odor, especially with the forest friends?
With the forest friends, absolutely. It smells like wet dog. It's got a real like stenchy, smelly, like wet smell to it. It's not a very good smell at all. We've had that at several retreats where it comes in and people are like, "What is that?" So yeah, we have had that, and then we'd also have had like a fermented smell before. The closest I can ever say that I've ever smelled anything that smells something like it, formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. Dave, do you remember that one?
Yeah.
The smell of formaldehyde. That one did freak us all out. I have to tell you.
The stars were dancing.
The stars like came down out of the sky. It was the crazy experiences for everybody. The stars came down. They were so close to us. It looked like we could touch them. And there was like this smell in the air that was like, it smelled like like an ammonia fermentation. Like when we had to dissect frogs in school, that's what it smelled like.
Interesting.
It was the weirdest thing ever.
Wow. Yeah. No. And I've certainly had the experience of an odor that comes through when I've encountered them. So, Annette, that's a really good question. I do see a couple questions in here that kind of takes us a little bit off track. So we're going to save those if we have time for the end, just so that we can make sure we get through all the stuff that Deb has prepared for us for tonight, because I think you're gonna. I mean, this is. I'm loving this, Deb. I think this is really very cool, and it's a nice, fresh perspective on their, when they visit and why they visit, and what they're visiting during such a joyous thing as the retreat itself.
Yeah, and so when we first started doing our drumming circles, there was no intent or of bringing energies in or having these experiences. We started catching these in the videos, and then we're like, "Whoa, we need to start taking pictures of this." And so as we would take pictures in every single retreat, it would grow. Like the experiences seemed to grow. It was just an amazing, amazing thing. So we do it every single retreat, and honestly, we're super excited to do it while we're on the cruise, when we're on the water with all of that ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We cannot wait to see what kind of water spirits come through.
Now, I have every intention of joining you all somehow, some way. And you imagine how clear the skies are out on the boat.
Oh,
I mean, that is going to be like, that is like, it's meant for that. Yeah. So absolutely.
Greg, this is the thing that you have to go, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
When we're at the Maya ruins,
Mm,
that right there is going to be something.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, it's fantastic. Annette asked the question, where do you want to quickly talk about the cruise, and we'll take a break
Yeah,
after that?
sure, Annette. So we just launched our first spiritual cruise. We're going to be leaving out of Galveston, Texas, and we're going to Cozumel on the Carnival Breeze. 2 days of that 6-day cruise is going to be a spiritual retreat that we're hosting on side of the cruise ship itself during the sea days. And then you don't miss any of the other excursions. We're going to be going to the rainforest. We're going to be going to Cozumel. We're going to go to the beach, and we're going to be at the Maya ruins and all of the beautifulness that down there has to offer in the Caribbean. And we're just so excited to launch this. This is our first one, and we've been doing retreats for a long time. And God said, let's take this international. So here we go.
And just on my level of things, I'm hoping that not only be able to go, but also broadcast nightly from the ship. I think
God, that's going to be great. Yeah.
Annette says, I can't go. I can't swim. Annette, you don't have to swim in the ocean. That's what the boat is for.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
right.
going to be super honest. Okay. You don't and even going on a ship, you don't need to swim. There's pools there, but they pack these things with so much to do, let alone the retreat itself. And it's highly affordable. Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes. So one person can go for $900, everything included, and you have up till September 1st to pay it off. It's $150 down deposit, and then you just make monthly payments until it's paid off. And seriously, the cruise ship itself is the size is like 3 motel rooms. It's so huge. Like, you think the Titanic was huge, it's got nothing on the Carnival Breeze. It's got 3 casinos, 4 bars. It's got like 19 dining and different restaurants. It has dance halls and swimming and like 5 pools. And I mean, you name it, it has it. If you just go to and look up the Carnival Breeze and look up the little link on our website, refinedivinepsychic.com, there is actually a link where you can just watch a whole editorial on what the Carnival Breeze has on it. And it takes you on a little trip, and you can watch and see what it looks like.
Now, I'm not quite sure I would use the Titanic as a way to try to sell your cruise, but I know that it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
well, we are psychic, right? So we would know if we shouldn't do this, and we definitely wouldn't put ourselves in any kind of danger.
That's absolutely right. You got to go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Let's do this. Let's take our next break. We have more pictures to get to when we get back, plus more conversation. Deb is sharing with us some of her alien and Bigfoot experiences that happen at retreats. What a fantastic show. Stick around. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
What you wear is important. It should be fun, creative, and expressive of your own personality. At Grady Gear Company, we believe that clothing is more than just fabric and threads. It's a form of self-expression and a way to stand out from the crowd. Grady Gear is more than just a clothing brand. We're a community. We're here to inspire and motivate you to embrace your true self. We are a locally owned small business who do custom clothing orders too. Find us at GradyGearCompany.com.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And join us tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We are going to have on mystery writer Rob Young on. He is starting a new program that's going to air once a month on AM 950 called Masters of Mystery. We're going to talk to him. I was supposed to talk to him about a month or so back, but I was sick, so we moved him to now. I'm really looking forward to it. He is a local author. He has also written about paranormal. It's going to be a fantastic conversation. We're going to hear about his show. We're going to hear about his live readings he does, and it's going to be really good. It's such a the stuff that Rob does is such a benefit to the community that I think you're going to really enjoy it. Thursday, we're going to do a replay of Tom Conwell, Alien Disclosure, Ascension. That was done back in December, and then of course Casual Friday. I also want to remind folks that we're just about a week out from our special 2-hour episode of GhostBox Radio, starting at the special time of 9 p.m. Central Standard Time instead of 10. And we're going to have Travis Walton as special guest, who the film Fire in the Sky is based off of his experiences with aliens, plus Jennifer Stein, who is the director of the film Travis Walton, the movie. This is going to be a fantastic conversation as well. So much to look forward to. Really excited about it. And Deb, I keep seeing that Annette in the comments talking herself out of the cruise. Annette, don't worry, you don't need to go. But everyone else, please go to refineddivinepsychic.com. Check out the details for the cruise. It's going to be an amazing experience. So really, really excited about
And we also have some land retreats in it. We have a Door County retreat coming up that is May 16th through the 18th. So you can go to my website and check that out too. There are spots available, and we do have some queen bunk beds that are on sale for $500 for the 3-day retreat.
You know, when it gets time to talk more about these, because you had sent me this week, or was it last week, all the events that you are planning on doing during the summer, you know, going out for a number of months. And it's like, gosh, you are really ramping it up. It's very impressive once you're ready to, we'll talk all about them and
Oh yeah.
promote the heck out of them. My goodness, that's
Yeah,
great.
after our spring events, we do a lot of summer stuff, and we decided to stick around home this summer, and so we have a lot of summer events throughout Wisconsin and Minnesota and Illinois.
That's so fantastic. Once again, folks, I just want to remind you all that information, everything we're talking about is going to be on refinedivinepsychic.com. Go to the website, check out, schedule readings, all that good stuff. There are multiple ways. Excuse me, I can't seem to be able to speak without wanting to cough. There's all sorts of ways to get readings done, but you can go over to Refined Divine Psychic Medium on Facebook, like the page, constant updates with what Deb and Dave are doing. Very much well worth it. Let's get back to some photos here. So this one, we talked about this already with let's see here, the red bag yeah, I mean, it's pretty, and it's to her right. That's incredible. Should we go on to the next one?
Yeah.
This is a close-up of the
Bigfoot.
Yep. And then then we're back to Jake, right?
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I think that's it. I think that's all.
I mean, we say that's it, but in fact, that's incredible. You know what I mean? It's like there's no it about it, right? There's no that's it about it.
Well, this is just the start because we got tons more. This is just one night. And there's actually usually 2 drumming nights included in each spiritual retreat. So this is just one night, and this is just one retreat out of all the retreats. So we have a lot more to share with you on another night.
And when you're out there doing this, and you're getting this sort of interaction, is everyone in that group, is everyone feeling it?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody's feeling it. I'll tell you what, we actually had what we called a tickle attack one night. Where everybody was laughing so hard, Greg. It was like they were 6 years old and they could not stop laughing. It started, I believe, in Lance that night, and then it just spread like wildfire. And people were on the ground just like giggling and laughing like little children. It lasted for like an hour.
When you are doing these, and you had mentioned that one alien knocking on doors afterwards. When we do paranormal investigations, we often will be like kind of put a line in the sand, like, we're done, you're not allowed to communicate with us any further. When you're done with these retreats, do you set the boundaries for their interaction with you afterwards, or you just kind of let it go?
We've never had any issues ever. So we've never done that. But like I said, the things that come in are very high frequency, and that is the honest to God truth. But that's because our frequency level is never of fear. And we always talk about that. Like, when we go into this, there's no expectations, always happiness, love, and joy, and just having fun. And honestly, this is the first time I've ever shared publicly that this happens. Because every single retreat is kept to itself, and we don't ever display what happens, and we don't talk about it. We always say what happens at Refined Divine Retreats stays at Refined Divine Retreats. But I felt like, let's share a little piece of this reality, because people really do need to know that this really does exist, and they're not crazy. We totally just didn't wash the dishes there. We stopped ourselves.
Thank goodness. We all have a job still. Okay, good.
We're getting tired. It almost slipped.
Well, it's going to happen. I mean, if you're going to be on 55,000 media channels in one day, you're going to, you eventually slip at one point, and it's going to be the last one. It's always going to be the last one that you do it on. So
10:52, the F-bomb slips.
So, and I think that's a good point. It's like, if the purpose of doing the retreat is not to see an alien or Bigfoot, and people, and correct me if I'm wrong, people shouldn't be signing up because they're hoping to get that. That is not the purpose of a retreat.
Oh, absolutely not. These are things that just appeared and were brought in through a very harmonious drumming circle that was to bring change and transformation within inside of ourselves. And that energy was being channeled through spirit. And so when that beautiful energy is sent out into the universe, things from the other side hear that frequency and they're drawn towards it. And remember, with law of attraction, like attracts like. And so you cannot draw anything of negative value if your frequency level is high in love, because it's impossible for the frequency levels to attract to each other. Something low level can't come in when something's so high frequency, it'll knock it out. So when
Yeah.
you're in a frequency of love, things of frequency of love are going to come in. And so the knocking on the doors really was because all the girls downstairs were just on and on and on about those pictures of the aliens. And I mean, you continue to talk about it, you're going to pull it back in, you know?
Absolutely.
And
Go
so
ahead.
that's where that came in.
I think that's a very important part of it, as well, as somebody who's experienced alien as well. That and really anything that, you know, and you know, it goes for the good as well as not so good. And then, you know, we've talked about this before, Deb, when you're doing paranormal investigations and there's something in the house that you don't want to bother you anymore, and you get someone like myself out there to help, the first thing we always say after we go through is, don't think about it, don't talk about it, don't bring it up.
Don't feed it.
Don't feed it. And that's hard. It's not easy to do. The flip side is that something beautiful happened with an alien showing up in pictures at a retreat. People are excited, going to talk about it, and that's different, because you don't need it to go away. You're enjoying it and you're celebrating it.
Yeah, no, it's a celebration of happiness and joy for sure. I mean, we have had some really messed up things happen at a retreat. I'm not going to say that we haven't had some stuff that's pretty spooky. Because one time we did have a lady that brought her poltergeist to a retreat. That was fancy. That was fancy for all of us.
You got some stuff moving around or something over there?
Oh my, yeah, that's a whole nother show.
Oh, good.
That's a whole nother show.
Properly explain it, you have to be on XM radio.
To properly explain it, I need a what?
Be on XM radio.
Because they could swear. Because they could swear, Dave. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, it was crazy. I'll tell you what. It's never happened since, because now I personally screen every person that comes to our retreats. They have to meet me personally, talk to me, and you know, we don't just let anybody sign them up. So she was actually signed up by somebody else, and I didn't pre-screen. So we have learned our lesson in great detail about not letting other people sign people up for my retreats, so that stuff doesn't happen, and it won't slip through the cracks twice.
And that's just it, right? I mean, you live and learn, you figure it out. But you certainly, I mean, it's tough, you know. Sometimes it's tough when those cracks happen, but they do happen, and now you know, and you.
Oh, we learned a lot.
Yeah,
we learned a lot. People generally really love their poltergeist that they create. They're very attached to them, and they think that they make them magical. So we've learned that, and they don't want to part with them. And that is your mammy jam, but it's sure that H isn't mine.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, we've run across this before, haven't we, Deb? Where we think that there is somebody who is enjoying the spirit interaction when they probably shouldn't be.
Oh, good Lord have mercy. Yes, we have.
And there's something about that where you know, people there's some people don't understand the repercussions, and it's not instant, and this stuff is patient and it can wait. Time isn't the same as it is for us, and it'll get them.
Yeah. And we've seen it. And it's not pretty. And so just don't go, like I tell people, don't go poking around. Don't go messing around with something you don't know. Do you like to be poked at? Do you like to be prodded? You know, don't go seeing something that you don't know what it is, and don't throw hate at it, and don't, you know, provoke it. You know, it's not fun and games. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And so if you're not doing it with love, then you shouldn't be doing it. And that's just the bottom line.
Yeah, and they don't people. I mean, it's like even the most docile, kind dog. If you poke them enough, They're gonna get mad. Some will just walk away. Others will just, turn and attack. It's
It's
just what
the same with Dave. It's the same with Dave. I'm just letting you know right now, Greg. He's docile, but you poke him enough, and he's
don't
gonna
poke
strike.
Dave. Don't poke.
Don't poke Dave.
My intention was never to poke Dave. Just so you know, it's just I've had no interest in that whatsoever. So I don't even know where to go.
This is ending on a perfect note. This is great. This is like Howard Stern crap.
Let's start talking about the Titanic again. That went over real well too.
Hey, we're tired. All right.
Did you bring down the KTTC broadcast, or it's just mine that you're gonna take down?
Well, no, actually at KTCC tonight, we actually had people coming out of their offices lining up in the hallway for palm readings.
Oh,
It was
really?
great. Yeah. So when we first started going there, people used to hide from us. Like they wouldn't come out. And now, we're like a regular and they see that it's real and they all want to be a part of it. And so it's like they just come out of the woodwork. And so it's really fun. It's like a party over there. We love KTC. We love the producers, the directors. It's a really good crew over there. And they're actually talking about coming on their cruise also, Greg. And they're looking at booking that. So
that's fantastic. That's fantastic. As we're running out of time, I just want to remind people to find out about the cruise, find out about everything that we've been talking about tonight. Make sure that you go over to refinedivinepsychic.com and you can see everything as well as what Deb and Dave are doing this weekend. You can also go to Refined Divine Psychic Medium on Facebook, like and follow their page. Deb, as always, love this. Thank you for being on. We'll see you next week, right?
I'll see you next week. Have a great night, guys.
You too. Everyone, take care.